What's up, world? Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Zach's review, and today we gonna do a little something different, as usual. I thought, why not pay homage to one of my favorite actors, and actually, he's one of the best actors in the world, top tier actor for sure, and that is none other than the legendary, the iconic Will Smith, aka the Fresh Prince. So I figured, why not list my top 5 favorite movies from Will Smith, and as well as 5 movies that I dislike from him. I mean, it's only right to, there's pros and cons with a lot of things and a lot of actors. So why not do it and, see where this goes? So let's go ahead and kick this off, y'all. Number 1, Pursuit of Happiness. In the year 2006, this is a great movie, very emotional, tells a great story, and it's based on a true story. He also had his son, Jaden Smith, with his first role in the movie, and he did a phenomenal job. The chemistry was great, of course, with it being, his son. It's a great, great, great movie. If you have not seen it, I recommend you go ahead and check that out. Number 2, Men in Black. I remember when this came out when I was a little boy, when I was a kid. And I remember Men in Black had toys at Burger King that came out that released with the meal and whatnot. If you don't remember this, you might just be too young, or am I showing my age? I don't know. Long story short, Men in Black was a dope film. It showed range. It's basically about the aliens, invading Earth, and Will Smith, great actor. He definitely killed this film, and this was like a blockbuster movie. Box office, he killed the box office with this one. Moving on. Number 3, I Am Legend. This released in the year 2007. This is a dope movie. It definitely showed a lot of range, being that I would say 90% of this film was filmed by himself in the green room with the dog. So it's like, if you're able to do that, and that being so challenging with not being able to interact with other cast members and stuff, and it's pretty much just majority of the movie, you and the dog. Like I said, it showed a lot of range, and he killed it, man. Another blockbuster movie at the box office as well. Number 4, this is Hancock, 2008. I love this movie. It's basically about a drunk superhero, a drunk superhero with power. I really enjoyed this movie. Again, with all Will's movies, it's not like him acting the same in every movie. Because, there's some actors who they're like, oh, that's, no, not to throw him under the bus, but like Terrence Howard, for an example. It's like he plays the same character every movie, the same voice, same acting, same everything, unfortunately. But he's still, not to take away from his skill and, what he's contributed, to the big screen, but I'm saying, like, Will Smith is a different thing every movie, and it shows his range every movie. And he did that with Hancock. Dope movie, man. Now, number 5 was a tricky one for me, because it's like Will has so many good movies, but again, these are my personal favorites, and it was a split decision between I, Robot and the movie Focus. So can I go ahead and cheat it and make it 6? I guess so. Why not? I don't know. But I, Robot came out in the year 2004. It was another dope movie. It showed a lot of range again. The movie Focus, 2015. Will definitely killed it. Like, it was really dope to see Will in a different element. It's always dope seeing Will in these different elements in every movie he does. Again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's my top 5 favorite Will Smith movies. My personal favorites. I gotta give Will his credit for, doing what he did. And that man had a cold ass streak. Like, I don't know too many actors with a streak that Will Smith had. You know what I'm saying? From the 90s to the 2000s to the 2015, it's like damn near every decade this man had a blockbuster hit in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? I understand what happened, in the past with him dealing with these problems and stuff like that, but that does not take away from his artistry and what he has contributed to the big screen. And people make mistakes. I just think when you're under this magnifying glass as a entertainer, you're going to be criticized even more for mistakes that people make without them being in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? He's a human, and people make mistakes and bad decisions, and you learn from them. And I feel like Will, no matter what goes on in his personal life, Will still will be a legend in my eyes and in my book. and I appreciate everything he's contributed. So moving on, these are my least favorite movies from Will, and I'm gonna give y'all 5 of them. We're gonna start off with After Earth. Now, this movie came out in the year 2013, and I just wasn't a fan of this movie. The storyline, I didn't really, it was just like, okay, you know, people would throw Jaden Smith under the bus. At the time, he was a kid, you know, there's still room to develop and learn and grow as an actor. So the criticism that he faced after this movie, I feel like it was unnecessary. You know, there's gonna be some flops. You know, you can't always have a blockbuster hit, a blockbuster movie. You know what I'm saying? But again, this was just my least favorite. I didn't really care for this movie. The next one would be Wild Wild West. This came out in the year 1999. And again, I remember as a kid, Burger King or McDonald's had the Wild Wild West toys that came out. You know, it had the glasses and Will Smith on the horse and all this other stuff that went along with the movie. I wasn't a fan of this one. I'm not gonna lie, that song that he came out with, Wild Wild West, it was annoying. Will is a very smart marketing genius, and I say that because, you know, he gave us the songs to go along with a couple of the movies, and, you know, it just showed that he cared about his craft. But again, Wild Wild West just wasn't one of my favorites. You know, it's definitely one that's put off in the back, you know. Next one will be 6 Degrees of Separation. This one came out in the year 1993. I know this was very early Will Smith, but it was kind of a weird movie. Y'all check that out if you haven't. I don't even know if a lot of people really heard about this movie, but the ending, I wasn't really messing with the ending. It was kind of weird, and the majority of the movie is kind of confusing to me. I don't know how anybody else viewed it, but definitely not my favorite Will movie. Next one will be Gemini Man. This one was released in the year 2019. I'm just not a fan of the movie. I see it was kind of creative on his end, where it was like basically him battling his younger self. I don't really have too much to say about this one. I just personally didn't really like it. Just my opinion, you know? Moving on. Next one will be Concussion. This one was released in the year 2015. All in all, I just wasn't really interested in the storyline and just the movie in general. Just wasn't my favorite. Wasn't really feeling it. And that's gonna pretty much wrap it up. I gave you guys my top 5 favorite Will Smith movies, right along with 5 other movies that I disliked from Will Smith. And the ones I dislike definitely doesn't take away from who Will Smith is as an actor. He is definitely a phenomenal actor. He is a legend, an icon. And apart from his movies, you know, Will definitely did his music thing on the side too. A lot of people will say what they want to say about it, but him being the first actual rapper to win a Grammy goes a long way, because he also opened a lot of doors for, you know, black artists being involved in these conversations and let inside these rooms that we weren't able to be in to begin with. So I definitely tip my hat to Will Smith and what he has contributed. There will only be one Will Smith, man, and y'all gotta respect the game, you know, respect the player. You know, he did his thing. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, man. This is Zach's Review. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.